What's up guys, Jakob Owens here for the Buff Nerds, and I got my man Will Cinematic with me.
What up y'all?
We recently just took a trip to Thailand, and while we were in Thailand we were shooting a bunch of stuff. We were droning, we were GoProing, we were doing all sorts of stuff. So I thought when we were there we should make a gear video of what we took to Thailand and what we were shooting with, especially because we were on the go so much. We didn't have the luxury of like setting up like a lot of shots. It was just on the go. We didn't get, but we were still on the go. We didn't get time to even make it while we were in Thailand, and we were staying at this fire suite villa, like with a pool that you could jump into from the living room. It was tight. But anyway, so we're gonna quickly just kind of run through the gear we took to Thailand, why we use this gear, and let's just get into it quickly. I don't want to bore you guys, you know, so let's do it. First up, my main camera, the camera I took everywhere and take everywhere. The 1DX Mark II. This is my beast. I take it anywhere for travel because it's a perfect mixture of video and photo. What's perfect about this, again, it's great at video, but the autofocus features for this is what really make this like the perfect video travel camera. When I throw it up on the glide cam, that's another thing that I use heavily, is the glide cam, but I'll throw it up on the glide cam and it tracks autofocus. So like it'll track Will when I'm moving in and out. I can touch screen select an object on the back, it'll focus to that. Then I just quickly switch over to photo and start snapping photos. So it's literally the perfect travel camera. Does 4K video up to 60 frames a second, does 1080 up to 120 frames a second. This is what I've been using for all my travel stuff. So that's my go-to camera.
So the camera I use is the 5D Mark III. It's a sleeper camera. People still sleep on this thing. So I mainly shoot stills with this, but it shoots great video as well. What I love about it is that it just gives that natural like skin color and those tones that I don't think Sony really has. And I just really love that the 5D just picks up skin tones and natural tones very well. So
right, the Canons are best with skin tones. And just went in video and photo, so that's why we use Canon cameras and Canon lenses as well. Speaking of lenses, he has the 24-105. What is it? F4. Yeah. That was pretty much his go-to lens on the trip. My couple go-to lenses were the Canon 70-200 f2.8. This is a zoom lens that I use heavily.
I actually used it too.
He used it too.
Fire.
So this is one of my go-to lenses, as well as the Canon 16-35 f4. This is my go-to wide-angle lens that I use on the glide cam. Then this is one of my favorites. This is the Canon macro 100mm f2.8. Amazing macro shots up close details of, you know, plants, animals, and different things. The autofocus on all these Canon lenses work really well with the Canon cameras. So you pair the Canon lenses, especially with a 1DX or a 5D, you're gonna get really good results.
So yeah, I use this Tiffin pack. I have 3 ND filters in here, a 0.6, a 0.9, and a 1.2, so it covers basically all the ranges I'll need throughout the day.
And that's what I use as well. I have Tiffin ND filters, and what this allows you to do is when shooting video to use a low f-stop. When you're outside shooting in the bright sunlight and you don't have an ND filter, you're gonna have to either jump your shutter way up, which gives your video like very terrible amateur shaky look, or you're gonna send your aperture way up to like f14, and then that completely gets rid of your depth of field, makes the shot just not cinematic. And so yeah, I always have an ND filter on all of my lenses, or a polarizer. But Tiffin is the one that I use, as well as Will.
Yeah.
So just a quick reminder, as we go along with all this gear is listed in the description below. So if you want to see what gear we're talking about, or, you know, as we go and talk about something, check the description for that list of gear, or at the end of the video, check all the gears in there. So just letting you know. Next up, we got the GoPro 5. You have your GoPro with you?
I don't. My girl actually stole it to go to the Philippines, man. So.
Well, anyways, we were both running around with the GoPro Hero 5, and this is perfect. I really like it because of the touchscreen features on the back, as well as just waterproof without needing a housing. So anywhere we would take it, we would use this to like vlog, and then you could just dive right underwater and shoot visuals with it. And we use this heavily all throughout Thailand to just get shots and vlog and just kind of have fun in the ocean and stuff. It's awesome not needing a case at all for this thing. Like super dope.
And what like tripped me out about this thing too is like it takes crazy stills. Like
yeah,
underwater,
stills are really good.
like,
no, I've taken stills with
crazy.
it. I've taken stills with it and posted stills, and people were like, "Yo, what camera you take that on?" Like GoPro. Like so, GoPro 5, winner in my book.
All day.
What else we got? Real quick, memory cards. I use Lexar professional memory cards. That's my memory cards that I use.
Lexar. I use that SanDisk, bro.
SanDisk.
SanDisk all day.
You trying to get a SanDisk sponsorship over here?
Hey, sponsor your boy.
SanDisk. Real quickly. Oh gosh, he's
can't forget the blower.
You can't forget the blowy thing. Dang, did you just blow me?
Come on.
Quickly, I want to touch on this. This is a crucial piece of gear when traveling. It's basically this kind of a hub that lets you plug it in the wall, and you can charge up to 6 different USB things at a time. So I'll be charging my phone, GoPro, Will's phone, camera batteries, all different types of things. So this is super clutch, especially when you're limited on like outlets and stuff, which always happens when you're traveling.
All the time, man. All the time.
DJI.
Phantom 4. Did I do it right? Phantom 4. There we go. So yeah, man, this drone I got about a year ago, and honestly, like, it has not disappointed me. Like, the features on this thing, from the settings for the pictures to the video to the 4K video to the slow motion, it's just incredible, man. And it just allows you to do so many cool shots that you couldn't, of course, do on the ground.
Yeah, I posted like a drone boomerang to Instagram, and I had several people ask like what drone we were using to get the like aerial stuff, pictures, and the video. And so this is it, the DJI Phantom 4. Yep. That's what we use to get all the drone shots.
So I use the Polar Pros. I got a Polarizer that I always use, and I also have an ND8, which I cannot find in my bag right now, but it's somewhere in there.
So the Polar Pro filters go on the DJI's camera to allow you to get like a much more cinematic shot. You know, where you don't have to boost the shutter speed way up and it looks all choppy and everything. So yeah, Polar Pro.
All day.
I don't have it in here, but I have an underwater rig that I use for my Sony a7S II, which we're shooting this video on right now. The Sony a7S II I use for specifically underwater shots now that I have my Canon. The Sony a7S II underwater with my Ike Light rig, that's what I get for like a lot of the cinematic underwater shots that you guys see in my videos.
I don't think y'all understand how crazy this dude is underwater. I mean, I'm not trying to fit into the stereotype, but I can't swim that well, y'all. So this dude Jake has a GoPro in one hand and this heavy underwater rig. He's just like cruising through the water. Meanwhile, I'm just like struggling for air. But it's like it really takes work to get these shots, and like, man, y'all should see, like, check it out when it comes out with the new video, because it's pretty fire. Yeah.
I think last but not least, you always gotta have a portable drive. I use a G-Raid portable hard drive. Will uses a Lacey portable hard drive. These ones are nice because it just kind of has a, you know, nice little cushion around the edges of the drive that help when traveling and getting bumped around in your bag. Yep. I always have a MacBook laptop with me to, at the end of the day, dump footage, dump video, edit, and just kind of keep organized as I go along through the trip. Okay, so I mean, that's really it. I just had this bag. All that gear was packed into this bag. That was Will's bag. And so we kept everything light and small and pretty much just rocked with these bags everywhere we went in Thailand. And that's all the essential pieces of gear we used to travel around Thailand for 2 weeks and run and gun and shoot some awesome visuals. So I look forward to you guys seeing the visuals that we're gonna put together from Thailand that I'm gonna throw on here on YouTube. If you guys have any more questions for me or Will, make sure to hit us up in the comments below. I'm gonna be responding to all your questions.
I'll type like that, so I'll be responding like that. So that might be a little slower, but I'm working on it.
Anyways, you can follow me at Jakob Owens on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow Will
at Will Cinematic.
And that's it, guys. Appreciate you watching.
Peace.